I'm sure you've all heard of the fire that's going on at the nuclear power plant in Zaporizhzhia. I hope I pronounced that correctly. In Ukraine, one of Europe's largest nuclear reactors out there. During a firefight today with Ukraine and Russia troops fighting each other, a fire ended up breaking out in an administrative building. People were afraid that because of where it's located, it could cause a meltdown. Thankfully, with the building type and how far away it actually is from the reactors, we don't have to worry about a nuclear meltdown. Also, security measures since Chernobyl happened have increased quite a bit, so thankfully no chance of a meltdown as of now. The interesting thing about this, though, is that this does go against Additional Protocol 2, specifically Article 15 of the 1977 Additional Protocol 2. Article 15 of the 1977 Additional Protocol 2 provides works or installations containing dangerous forces, namely dams, dikes, and nuclear electrical generating stations, shall not be made the object of attack, even where these objects are military objectives, if such an attack may cause the release of dangerous forces and consequent severe losses among the civilian population. That would be essentially breaking international law. But at the same time, I also kind of think invading a country also breaks international law. But if you're curious about what it looked like on the ground floor here, I do have a video I can show you of the firefight as it started, and you can even see the fire erupt a little bit. So why don't I show that to you while we're at it? So here's the video here. You can see this general area is the fire itself, while you can see bullets flying in the distance. But the fire itself does start raging and getting a little bit more intense as the bullets and shells fly during this entire endeavor. And in this 30 seconds, you can actually see just it getting a little bit more brighter. Thankfully, this building here is an administrative building. Specifically, according to Reuters, is a training facility. Thankfully, no reactors in the building, which is fantastic because that would be terrifying. To give you an idea of what it looked like a little bit later, you can see that the smoke itself has decided to, has been described as more controlled. So you can see that the smoke is still there, but it doesn't look like it's nearly as raging of a fire as it used to be, which is fantastic. I'm all for that. So another person, quite a few people themselves have actually been explaining why this wouldn't be the exact same as a Chernobyl explosion, and the Chernobyl meltdown, and there's a few reasons as to why. So why don't I just read what this gentleman has decided to put here. The fire at the nuclear power plant, 4th of March, 2:30 a.m. affects an administrative building, not the reactors. The reactors in Zaporizhzhia have a very secure containment surrounding them, something that the reactor type in Chernobyl did not have. The reactor type in Zaporizhzhia does not contain graphite that can easily burn, unlike Chernobyl. The power plant cannot just blow up or explode. Local authorities confirm that safety of the nuclear power plant is ensured. There is no increase in radiation levels, which is absolutely phenomenal to know. It's not great that they're fighting on that turf, but it's good to know that they're not in the midst of a meltdown on top of everything else that's going on. And of course, speculation is out there as to why they would even be attacking the nuclear power plant, and I don't think it would be because they want to cause a meltdown. If anything, it could just be why the attack. Possible explanations: psychological warfare causing fear. Yep, definitely. That would be a big one. It would be a good way to generate as much fear as possible, is when there's a potential nuclear meltdown that's going to happen. The other thing is a big force shutdown could cause a major electricity blackout in Ukraine, which would have devastating effects on their civilians. That is another very good point that could be made about this attack and why it could be strategically used in this manner. But the good news, the only good news that's coming out of this gigantic pile of shit, it's like grabbing a $20 bill out of raw sewage. That's the only good thing that's coming of this, is the fact that there's no possibility of a meltdown as of now. So I figured I would make sure I make this video because there has been enough video evidence that shows what's going on, and as of now it doesn't look like the danger is going to arise to something on a nuclear level, so I wanted to make sure I put that out there. Anyways, guys, I hope I will see you all next time, and I hope we don't get anything close to nukes. We do not need nuclear warfare. We don't need nuclear meltdowns. We don't even need this fucking conflict, but it's happening. And all we can hope for is that it doesn't go to the next level. Anyways, guys, I love you all, and I hope to see some good news in the future, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.